Hello, Principles of Biomedical Science students. Back again. As always, I start in the Block 1A Google Classroom page. If you are my Block 1A, lucky you. Any other block, it's going to look very much the same. So, as always, click from Stream over to Classwork. Now, this video walkthrough is for the heart box and paragraph and diagnosing patients in Tuesday 11/17. Or if you are in my 1B, it will be Friday, 11/20. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the heart box and paragraph. Okay? So it says you're going to use a piece of paper, your own paper. It could be lined notebook paper, could be nice plain white paper, could be huge paper, could just be a small 8.5 by 11. Up to you. And you will need a red and blue colored pencil. Okay? You start out like this on your paper and you add in all of the structures down here. Please, when you finish making this, take a picture of it with your cell phone and attach it to this. Make sure I can see some part of you, okay? A hand, your finger pointing, something. It doesn't have to be your face, although I'll be the only one to see these, so it could be just like you holding this up and taking a picture in the mirror. Why am I so insistent on that? Okay, here's what you're going to do for me right now. Open up a new tab. Do it. Okay. In the search bar, type in PBS heart box. That is the letters P, B, S, and the words heart box. Now click from whatever it's on over to images. Yeah, that's why I want you to prove that you actually did it. By all means, use all of those resources, but show me that you actually did it. And here is a list of all of the structures I want you to include right here. Lots of valves, so make sure you include the valves. Red and blue. I mean, you're looking at it, so you know what I'm talking about. And then write a paragraph from the point of view of a red blood cell starting in the right atrium. And then you're moving through the heart, the body, and the lungs, and write a paragraph about all the structures you pass on your way from right atrium all the way through your circulatory system back to right atrium. All right. So that's assignment number 1. And you can see why I doubled up today. If you did Google PBS heart box, you know that that's going to take you all of about 10 minutes. The second assignment is going to be diagnosing patients, which is, after all, why you're probably taking this class. At some point in your life, you feel like you might be diagnosing or helping people feel better. So I have 4 cardiac cases here. You see you have observations of heart abnormalities, patient history notes, potential disease or disorder, and how might this contribute to cause of death. So you're going to be doing a lot of your own research here. So you have cardiac case A. Here is their patient history. And you can see for patient A, I'm going to tell you that their heart is very large. Okay, so it's a very large heart. That should help you find out what's going on there. Okay. Then I have patient B. This makes it kind of easier. Patient C. And patient D. And I do have a video to help you out here, okay? So we're going to watch that right now together. I must warn you, it's pretty boring. I mean, interesting, totally interesting. Here we go. I'll try to keep the sarcastic comments to a minimum. So here we go. Valve deposit, the first one. Normal, normal on the outside. Mhm. Then you open it up. And you see that right there, close up, that sort of plaque buildup on the valve. This is my favorite part. You, you seriously couldn't have edited this right here? This part where he's struggling to get the heart out of the bag? No? Okay. It's a second heart, normal on the outside, showing a valve deposit again. Yep, keep showing us. There you go. And he opens it up, and you can see again that sort of a yellowish buildup there. Valve deposit. Yep, yep, we see it. Cool. Mm-hmm. Yep, you can actually see how it's on the valve, which is kind of cool. I don't know if that were me, I'd want to make the heart. Okay. Septal defect. Here we go. Septal defect. These are all disorders that you hopefully Googled and completed in your previous assignment on that chart. So you have some idea what a septal defect is. See, it's very nice, normal heart, normal on the outside, normal, looking good until bum bum bum. There it is, right here. It's sort of like a tunnel between, yep, the left atrium here and the right atrium. It's a hole in the septum that's supposed to divide them, which can cause blood to flow between the two, which can be a problem. Yep, you can see it close up. Pretty cool. That guy could definitely have worn a long sleeve lap jacket, but he chose not to, so there's that. He could make that heart talk like a Muppet or a hand puppet, but again, he missed an opportunity there. My dude, why did you not wear a long sleeve lab coat? Okay, so he has another heart here that's going to show us a septal defect again. Yep, looks normal. Mm-hmm. And boom, there it is again. It looks like a little valley in the heart, but it's actually a hole that connects the right and left ventricles, which is not a good thing. You don't want the deoxygenated blood mixing with the oxygenated blood. Causes your heart to work harder than it has to. Yep, that's normal. It's normal on the outside. You can only see it when you cut it up open. Coronary injection. Coronary injection. We don't have to cut it open to see it. Because right here, you can see these coronary injections. They look like chicken pox on the outside of the heart. But when something's wrong with those coronary arteries, it can cause pretty big problems. So we see them all over, those coronary injections, which could be like a plaque buildup, like atherosclerosis that you learned about in 1.2.5. So you can already see in the bag, the second one. Oh, and look, you can see what time it was when he made this video. Again, a long sleeve lab coat. Well, this one's even worse. This side looks not bad. But here you have the chicken pox again. Mm-hmm. Septal defect plus coronary injection. Now that's just unfortunate. So you can see the chicken pox on the outside, those coronary injections, which, that sucks. And then he's going to open this heart up. I keep saying he. I cannot be sure if this is a man or a woman. I just assume it's a man. So he showed us the coronary injections, which look like chicken pox on the outside of the heart. Now he will open up the heart and show us that septal defect again, that tunnel between the right ventricle and the left ventricle, which can cause blood to flow from one to the other. Deoxygenated in the right mixes with the oxygenated in the left, and all of a sudden your body is not getting enough oxygen. So there it is. All right, so you got to see 3 of them. And if you look at the cardiac cases, this one is going to be a bit troublesome to diagnose. But the rest of these, right here, and right here, become much easier. So feel free to pause that video, rewind it, mute my sarcastic commentary if you want to, and get this done. You can also Google on the internets, what causes a heart to be much larger than normal? Because patient A's heart is huge, okay? And for the rest of them, watch that video over again. They did show all 3 of those. So use Google, use the video, and get this done, okay? All right.